This week on the Big Eyes podcast, two moments we have all been waiting for in Dragon Ball Super and Demon Slayer. Also, I'll give you an update on the Straw Hat Challenge. All this only on the Big Eyes podcast. Thank you guys so much for turning into the Big Eyes podcast. I am your host, LJ. Thank you for listening. While you're in your quarantine, you're playing this while you're washing your dishes for the 15th time, or while you are rewatching The Office, whatever you're doing, just thank you for tuning in. Last week I forgot to bring up something, and Bleach is coming back. I'm still a little lost on why it's coming back, but Bleach is coming back. I feel they're trying to get while the getting's good, because anime is just really on this huge uprising roar. I don't know how everything going on in the world right now is going to affect that, but they're coming back, and it just brings up this weird thing where when do series end, and when do people know when to end the series? I understand that mangas go on farther than the anime sometimes, and the anime may end at a weird place, but when do you actually know when to stop? And I don't know. They may come back and it may be heat and everybody may love it, and that would be great, but at the same time there's so much stuff coming out right now, and there's so much other things out, and Bleach being one of the big three of shonen, you had your moment, and I think it's just time to kind of just let other things breathe and to let other things come in. I understand Dragon Ball's been doing it with Super, and I feel that both are a little different in terms of just popularity. I feel that Dragon Ball Z is one of those rare animes that has kind of surpassed anime, but Bleach is but it's coming back. I wish them maybe it's fire. I wish them all the best of success. But yeah, that's just my little quick 2 cents on whatever. But this week, man, two great moments, two big moments. Dragon Ball Super is obviously not coming back, so they had to give us something in the manga. Demon Slayer goes super crazy with this final chapter, and I'm just dumb excited for it. But let's get into it, man. Let me stop talking. Let's get into it. Goku arriving is really the part that everyone lives for in Dragon Ball, and we are finally at that point. Last chapter, he finally made his appearance, but this chapter, he actually joins the battle. He does his Goku thing where he finds all his, the other Z fighters. He bails them out as usual. They give the little snarky, bro, it took you long enough. But he finally joins the battle, and things really, in this chapter, things really ramp up when he finds the androids, Piccolo, Gohan. They're all fighting one of the prisoners named Sagenbo, and in this during this fight before he shows up, you see all four of these people struggling, and they're wondering how is he so strong? And lately in anime or just in manga, they've been having these villains that are able to pass on power to other people, and that's what is happening here. Moro has been passing a bit of his power and his chi to all these other fighters, all the prisoner fighters, and is making them way stronger than what they were before. Hence why these the Z fighters are having such a hard time fighting them. So while they're fighting this prisoner Sagenbo, they are going hard, as hard as possible. Actually, one of my favorite panels this week is when Piccolo and Gohan do a joint attack together. And the panel before looks super cool, but then when they actually do the attack and look after, it really doesn't faze him. But then there's a moment where they're about to get ready. They're doing the Dragon Ball thing where they're looking at each other, they're staring intensely. They're like, what can I do to beat him? And in the midst of Sagenbo getting ready to attack, he starts. You don't really see Goku, but you see the attacks, and they're like, what is going on? Who is attacking him? What is this? And Gohan finally goes, Dad. And Piccolo is like, what? like you can see how fast he's moving and what is going on. Like, why can I not see him? Is he really that much more stronger than all of us? Like Piccolo, one thing I will say about Dragon Ball is that it's crazy how they have like diminished the Z fighters like pride and confidence in their abilities and skills, and like now they're really just fighting just to they're fighting until Goku or Vegeta shows up. Like that's where their role is, and it's been like that for a while. It's still kind of crazy to see, but hey, it is what it is. They put all their eggs in these two baskets of Vegeta and Goku, but Goku finally shows up, and he is, he's moving at this light speed in which no one can really see him. And he is, he's fighting Sagenbo, he's beating him up, and then Gohan finally goes, Dad. Piccolo is astonished. He's like, where did you get this much strength? How have you surpassed us so much? And while Sagenbo's on the ground, Goku's like, okay, me and Moro can finally start this battle. Until we figure out that Sagenbo just has the Johnny Gargano, kick out badge, because he keeps getting up, and Moro starts feeding him a little bit more power until he pretty much overloads him. But in the midst of their battle, Goku goes, Super Saiyan Blue. And Moro's like, I've seen this form before, but I want you to go into the form that you were doing before when you were moving at such a light speed. And, this is like the moment everybody kind of been waiting for. This is the moment that honestly I was not expecting to happen so fast in this chapter. I was definitely expecting this to happen much later, but Goku finally, masters Ultra Instinct, and Moro is even, at the end, his whole mood changes. Before talking to Goku, it's a very cocky, it's a very, you got some more speed, like you got more this, that, more that, like it's not gonna phase him until he finally unveils this form, and the expression, the tenseness, it grows, it expands, like you could feel it. And at the end, you see Goku just goes, he goes into Ultra Instinct immediately. And this, it kind of draws some questions of like, what are we going to see a new form by the end of this, or what is going to happen by the end of this? Like, what is Vegeta going to have to pull out if, Goku has already mastered Ultra Instinct to this point where he can just do it on command? What can Vegeta do now that will, blow us away? But, really, this is a moment that everybody's kind of been waiting for. I'm surprised they pulled it out so early. It makes me excited to know like what is going to happen in the future with Goku, with Vegeta, and what new forms are we going to see? Are we going to see like a Gogeta, Ultra Instinct? Like what is going to happen? And now the possibilities seem very vast and very, limitless on what is going to happen next. But really, this is just one of those big moments, one of those times where, when you've been waiting for something, and it finally happens. And here we are now with Goku being able to go Ultra Instinct on command, and we're about to finally start this battle between the Ultra Instinct Goku and Moro, and we're still waiting for Vegeta to see what is he gonna pull out next. I'm very excited for the next chapter next month, but this week, hey, chapter 58 of Dragon Ball Super. I truly cannot believe that we have really reached this point in Demon Slayer. Like, we're really is about to be done. It's, we have now reached the beginning of the end of Demon Slayer, and this last chapter, Demon Slayer, one thing I really have to praise them on is that they have this great ability to pull emotion from you, and just being able to just care about so many different characters is rare for me. At least for me, there's so many characters in like anime and manga that I just I don't care about or like don't even think about, but like here they find a way for you to feel connected, feel some type of love for each and every one of of the pillars, of the side characters, of all the other demon slayers. Even with the even with some of the villains, they find a way for for you to find a soft spot for them. And in this last chapter, where we see all of the pillars come together, they somehow dig and find strength inside. It's about to be daybreak. Tanjiro is fighting alone. Next thing his friends come in, and then the other pillars come in, and it's just crazy to, like, while you're reading this, like, you could just feel yourself being like emotional looking at this. And obviously the probably biggest moment, the best panel of the week is Tanjiro having Muzan against the wall. He's trying to pin him there because daybreak is finally here. And while he's pushing his sword, he feels himself losing strength. And, here comes Giyu coming behind him, giving him support. And in this great moment that just ties to just everything that has happened from chapter 1 to even now, especially between, Giyu and Tanjiro, of just, from their first meeting to where they're at now, and just everything coming complete circle. And it's insane to to really think that we're at this point. Granted, this battle was a very long battle, but even in the feeling of it was dragged on a bit, the ending, they just nail it so hard, with all the pillars coming back and just playing their part of stopping Muzan. There is the one thing that was, they got a little weird where they turned Muzan into this big, like, demon baby. I don't know where the decision to make him a baby came from. And he tries to crawl away, and you see all the other demon slayers just do their part of just trying to stop him. They're driving cars into him. They're pushing over billboards. They're doing all these, like, weird things of just trying to stop him from getting away. And but while they're fighting as hard as they can, you just see the return of so many that you thought were down, and just doing their part of just stopping him. And in the end, we see that what it seems like, it seems like the end of Muzan. Muzan is finally dead, and they have finally done what they needed to do to stop him, and they got him to the sunlight. This is really crazy to think that they're at the end of all this. There's probably going to be a few more chapters, the typical, let's kind of wrap things up and we'll see what happens. But it's crazy. Like, this is only chapter 199. And when thinking about other great mangas, other things, like, they're kind of ending the game a little early. They're kind of like Barry Sanderings it, just getting out when the getting's good. Like, they really are the biggest thing out in anime right now and manga. And so with them ending right here, ending on this note, I feel that it's actually perfect to just see how well they have done this chapter, how well they have just done this series in general. But this chapter here, man, it just hit different. It really just hit different. Just seeing them just go as hard as they could for this final chapter and just give us these moments that really we have just been, we've been dying for, we've been looking for, like, just the seeing all of them just together and just having this great moment. It just makes me think about what is going, like, seeing, like, is making me think about what this is gonna look like when we finally reach this point in the anime, when we finally reach this point in the series, and just seeing all this. And I know that I'm gonna shed a couple tears because this is gonna look great, because we've been so invested into all of this. We've been invested into this battle as if we are in there fighting Muzan ourselves. But once again, just a great chapter. What a great end to this battle. What a great moment between you and Tanjiro, it was a great moment to see all these guys who we thought were down and out to come back and finally use their last bit of strength to, give their all to make sure that this mission is complete for everyone who has sacrificed lives. When thinking about just how this plan even started to where they're at now and defeating all the other moons and just how much they have gone through to just get to this point and how much they have lost to get to this point. It's just really great. And just bravo to them. Bravo. This is probably, what a great way to end this, in this series, in this moment. Just God, there's so many words I can say about this thing, but once again, just Demon Slayer has really raised the bar, and they have set a new bar, I feel, for what manga is supposed to be, what manga is, what anime is. I know that like I said, they're the hottest thing in the world right now. There's really not much bigger than them, and there really is this moment right here. We talk about like this kind of great anime renaissance that is happening, and this is they're leading it. They are leading it, and who would have expected? I'm pretty sure no one would have. I'm pretty sure no one writes a story thinking that they're going to be causing a shift in a culture, but this is one of those moments where you just have to accept it, even if you don't like it. Like, you're just gonna have to accept that it's a big changing of the guards now. But this chapter of Demon Slayer 199 is an all-timer. And who knows, man, maybe we can go back, look at this as a whole, once this all ends, and just really look at the what is moving forward for them. What this looks like moving forward for them. Do we get standalone movies? Do we get this? Do we get that? But chapter 199 of Demon Slayer, like I said before, an all-timer. What a great chapter. What a great just conclusion to all of this. What a great way to kind of bring things full circle together for the fans and for for everybody that has been reading this from the beginning. And before I go, just a quick update on the Straw Hat Challenge. And if this is your first time listening and it's your first time wondering, like, what is the Straw Hat Challenge? That is me attempting to read all of One Piece during this quarantine, which, I'm at chapter 53 right now. Zoro just got, whooped on by Hawkeye, but still looks really fucking cool in defeat, which is amazing. One Piece is probably one of the longest running, if not the longest running anime of all time. So there's 957 chapters, and I'm attempting to read all of them, and it's still going. So I'm trying to catch up to where it's at currently. But it's been a fun read. I have read One Piece before. I forgot where I was at. I was behind, but I forgot I was at, and I was like, let me try to do something fun and just start from the beginning and try to catch up. But it's been a great read. It's been something super fun. So if you want to follow along and follow just the Straw Hat Challenge or just anything anime, anything manga related, follow us at the Lookout RNC Network. And if you're just a fan of podcasts and just fans of so many different things, also follow the main page, the RNC Radio Live page, where we got things from sports to wrestling to movies, just everything that you want and need under the sun. We got it. Just thank you though, guys, so much for listening, tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at JamalSLM. You can follow me on Instagram at StrawHatLJ. Remember to follow the pages. Just thank you guys once again. Thank you so much for listening. Wash your hands. Make sure you guys are staying safe, staying quarantined, and send out the positive vibes. Hope everybody stays plus ultra. Peace.